What is going on, everyone? Welcome to the Thai Life Podcast. Back again. We always do. Let's get to know our Nailtech. But I always love to bring in special guests that can help motivate the nail industry. And not just motivate, but elevate the nail industry. Today, I have a special guest, my friend, Kim with Nails Plus. How are you today, Kim?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you, man?
I'm great. Thank you so much for taking your time and share your stories and talk to us today.
You're welcome, and thank you for asking me to be here.
Well, a little bit of how I met Kim is that, first of all, God is good and he brings us together through social media. And I ran into Kim at the show conventions. But let me tell you, before I met Kim, what I see in her. When I was growing as a content creator, I see her video appear on my feed. And I'm thinking to myself, who is this person? Who is this person that is just so fun, so energetic, and she's promoting her supply beauty store? And to me, I find that is so awesome because I don't see a lot of people doing that when I was growing up as a content creator. And to see somebody put themselves out there and really try to generate their business and market the business, that is awesome. So,
Thank you.
Kim, I am so impressed with you when we first met and even to today. Can you share us a little bit story about yourself, how you started into this nail community, but at the same time, what did you do before all of that?
Yes. Well, back in 1992, that tells you how old I am. Fresh out of college, my husband and I, we were young, didn't have any children, so it was my husband's idea to get me into the nail industry. This was back way when before the Vietnamese or the Asian people got into the nail industry. And we figure, we have nothing better to do but time. So my husband, the one who talked about do something has to do with beauty because he knew that that's where my love is. And he's the one who brought up about nails. So during that time, I decided, okay, I'll go to Ogle School and get my nail license and start from there. Little did I know that about chemicals, because during that time we want to start a family. So go to Ogle School, finding out that those chemicals are bad for you, especially if you're pregnant. So making our decision to hold everything back because I want a family. So then during that time, fast forward to the time that when I have our son, I decide, well, I'm going to hold everything off because I want to raise my son. I want to make sure that I'm there for him. I want to make sure I'm there for my husband. So I put my career on hold and then support my husband, whatever he wants to do. So he went back and got his master's degree and, believe it or not, opened up another business. That's his love, and that was the audio business. During that time, I supported him because I feel like, you know what, at least I have time to take care of our son and our family. So during the time, and it's our audio business, and we still have it since 1999 till now. So during the time helping him run the business and taking care of the family, I always know that I want to be in the nail industry. So during the time, just learning about the industry, just kind of do more research. And of course, as you know, during that time, computer was not there or if it is, it's very few people get to own a computer. So I just kind of read through magazines and going through nail salons, trying to learn the industry. And then, of course, 2008, the bad economy year came, and I decided, well, I want to sell online. So I want to sell nail supplies online, just to feel out the industry, just to see what it is all about. So we sell online, 2008, and throughout the years that we sold online, I realized that the nail industry, there's so much more than what people think. Not only you get to open up a store and customers get to come in and buy, but nobody's selling it online.
Wow.
There's not enough online store. And I realized that education, not enough people educating customers, nail salons, owners, technicians, because during the years I sell online, people keep on emailing me, asking me, how do they use it? They have so much problems. What happened? What's wrong? Can I help them? So I feel like the nail industries, we can up our game and do more education. So during the time of selling online, I kept on going to Cosmoprof year after year after year, just looking, just seeing what's out there, what can I do to make it better? What is it that I can learn and help me run the business better when I'm ready to open up our business. So during all those years, and not only that, go shop at different nail distribution, just to see what's the in and out, and again, learn the good, learn the bad, and try to elevate the game better. So fast forward, open up our nail supply store in the pandemic year, the worst year. But what kind of choice do I have, right? During that time, my son's already graduated college. He doesn't need me anymore. Our family, we're tight. We have a great, happy family. So now they don't need me anymore. So now I can do what I really want to do is to open up a nail distribution. 2020, of course, the pandemic year was tough. I feel like the odds were against us because there's no supply.
Wow.
But I didn't have a choice. We're already in it, and I'm not going to back out. So try to open up a nail supply store when there's no acetone, no alcohol. What do? That's the two most essential products that everybody wants.
Right.
So, but it didn't stop me. I told myself, you know what, I'm going to do it, and I'm going to use pandemic year to my advantage. It's the online, because I knew that people can't shop, going to store. Also, thinking about or seeing how other distributors are doing. They only sell to licensed Nailtech.
Right.
I feel like, there's so much bigger pie out there. There's the public, DIY, home-based technicians. Why aren't we focusing on them also? They're customers.
Right.
They're willing to pay.
Right.
And I feel like if we don't open up the door to them, they can go on Amazon, buy bad products.
Correct.
And they don't have anyone to help them. So that's what we were thinking in 2020, that, hey, during pandemic year, we got to do something different, or else we may not be in business before we open up our business. So then, of course, we focus on all three. nail salon, home-based technician, and DIY. So when we opened, I told myself that I gotta think where a lot of my competitors are not thinking is, what's the trend out there? What can we do to be different? Social media. No one think about, well, not no one, but in our industry, the nail distribution side, the nail supply side, no, hardly anyone think about doing social media.
Correct.
They've been in business long enough and they don't need social media. But
They're
here I am, they're very comfortable. Here we are, we're new. So we got to be different. How are we going to be different? I don't want to be the same. So to me, social media is very important, but I was never into social media. I didn't have Facebook. I didn't know how to use anything. I heard about TikTok. I didn't even know how to do it, but I was determined. So one day I just decided to do a TikTok video, not knowing how to edit, not knowing how to add music on there. I didn't know anything. Keep on asking our son. And by the way, our son is the person who's helping us with Nails Plus also. So and then our son goes, Mom, I have no idea how to use TikTok. I don't know what to do. And I'm like, well, if you don't know what to do and I don't know what to do, what are we going to do? So that's when social media came for us. So we both learned, and then we both, just have. I remember seeing 50 views. I was so happy. I'm like, oh my gosh, people are watching. So then, that's how it pushed us into social media.
Wow.
And I think social media helped us reach out to a lot of customers who don't know that we're around.
Yeah.
And bringing in new products, trendy products, to me, that's very important. And to be able to help our customers to get into the new trendy products, to me, that's just as important. Because bringing it in and not educating them, not showing them how to make extra money, not showing them how to see what's going on the next year or a couple of years down the line, then this nail industry is going to just stay the same.
Yep.
So I just want to be able to help our customers to be different, to make it where this industry is a fashion industry.
Mm-hmm.
Women, we want new things.
Correct.
We're constantly wanting something new. But if we, as in the nail industry, if we don't change that, then it's just the same old, same old. Customers can go anywhere to do anything and everything. The only thing they can get is maybe better pricing. That's it.
Correct.
So that's what I want to do, is to elevate the nail industry, to help salons to get into something better, something different, and where they can make more money. Because to me, the last thing you want is to be the same salon as everyone else.
Correct.
Then we're not making money.
Correct.
But if you can give your customer something different, something new, then you can charge them. You can make money. And then you're happier when you go to work. When you make money, you're happy. So
Absolutely.
yes, and that's what I want to do in the nail industry. I have the love and passion in changing the industry to make it better, to elevate their game.
Wow. This is why you guys see why I have to have Kim on my show. I mean, her story is amazing. She's not only an entrepreneur, but she's so passionate, and she's also a family person. And you brought up in the beginning where your husband wanted you to get in the beauty industry, but then the chemical got in the way. You put him, support him, got him through college with his master's, and then opened his dream business. Let me ask you about your family support system. Because to me, that is the foundation of all success.
Yes.
Can you explain to the viewers, how do you guys have such a strong support system in your family during the hard time and the
Yes.
good time?
Well, our son, as growing up, always heard how much I want to be in the nail business. He heard how my husband and I talk about what we're going to do, how we're going to do it, how we don't want to be a quote unquote mom and pop store. He heard we talk about automation. He heard how we want to be a nice, clean environment for customers to come in. So he heard all the stuff that I want to do to make it better, to give our customers a better experience. So during his childhood, that's all he hear about is how we're going to do all this.
It's all business.
But exactly. And as he knows that and I'm happy to do this again and again and again. I gave up my whole career for him because I feel like, children, they need their parents because if we're not there for them, they don't need money. Children do not need money. All they need is us to be there to support them, to be, go to all their games, go to all their rehearsals, instrument concerts. They want you to be there for them. And that's what I wanted to do because I knew that I only have one chance to do it right. Because once he's older, I can't go back. I can't sit here and wish because you know what? Children never ask to be born. We want them. So if we want them, what can we do to give them the best future? And to me, the best future is family. Because as long as he knows that we're here for him, we always do things together as a family, then I'm confident that when he's older, he can make the right decision for him. So fast forward, he graduated college. When he graduated college, he came to us and said that, Mom and Dad, I want to help you with your business. We were very surprised. Never we thought that he will. And we didn't want to ask him because we didn't want to be, it's not fair for him. We don't want to be selfish. Correct. Like most parents want their children to do whatever the parents want. We didn't want that. We want to give him the ability to go out on his own, do whatever he wants to do. So we kept on telling him, no, you shouldn't be doing this. You got your degree, go out, do whatever you need to do. You have a nice, big, bright future ahead of you. And he kept on saying, no, I really want to help you, and here's why. So he gave me a list of reasons because he said he heard everything that we've been talked about when he was younger. And he said that I understand and I can vision what you want. And so we decided, okay, since now he came to us, he wanted to be part of the business, then we say, you know what, we're all in. But what we're going to do is we're going to do it as a partnership. Wow. You're no longer our son when you walk into Nails Club. The only reason why we say that is because we want to make sure that when we go to work, we have to think about Nails Plus. We have to think, what can we do to make the business better? Whether we talk things out, we argue about it, we have
disagreement.
I'm sure, there's always disagree. Yes, we always going to disagree.
It happens.
It's always going to happen.
That's part of growing.
Exactly. So we told him that when we walk into Nails Plus, we take off the mom and son hat, and we'll be fine. And when we walk out of Nails Plus, will be mom and son. So as long as we can agree to doing that, then I'm good. So my husband and I decide, okay, we're going to let our son be part of ownership of Nail Plus. That way he can put in the effort, the work, and knowing that it's his. He
Correct.
owns a piece of Nail Plus. With my husband, he's my greatest and biggest supporter. He does everything behind the scenes. Without him, there's no building. Without him, there's nothing. Because we do a lot of automation. Our business, we have a POS system. We believe in all automation. So no handwritten receipt, no guessing how much items cost. Everything is
Down to the
very well, exactly. So
just
we're
how a
very
retail
transparent.
should be.
Yes, and it should be like that.
Correct.
I don't want my customers to walk into our store guessing how much they're going to buy certain products,
Oh,
or
you're right.
and I've seen that, and I see that, receipt after receipt is always a different price, and
Yeah.
that's so unfair for customers because I always put
Unprofessional.
myself unprofessional. I put
Yep.
myself in my customer's shoes.
Yep.
If I'm gonna go and eat a plate of steak, I still want to know how much it costs,
Correct.
even though
If I have money, I still
that's
want to know how much it costs.
right. So I always put myself in my customer's shoes. So
Right.
that's why automation comes along. My husband is the person behind all this. When we first start out, or before we start out, we have a lot of people told my husband, no way you can do this. It can't be done. POS system in the nail industry cannot be done because no one has one. Because a lot of manufacturers do not have that UPC barcode on their
Correct.
product. So yes, it's hard, but my husband is very determined. When you tell him he can't do it, he will show you how.
I love that.
So all the years he has gone through a lot of research about how to do it, and he felt like, you know what, if Home Depot can do it, and that's just nails and screws, he can do it.
Yep.
So yeah, so I can say that probably around 5 years. It took him that long to get a POS system going.
But hey,
So
5 years later, look where you guys are at, right? So it's worth all the research. And your husband's a great man. I met the guy and
thank
had a
you.
good talk with him. Such a good-hearted family overall, everyone.
Thank you. Yes, and we do everything together.
Yes, I love that.
Everything.
You know,
Even
you mentioned earlier, right? About 2008 and where you discover like online selling.
yes,
I find that very innovative of you because during that time, the nail industry was so new. It's still new during that time. But for
yes.
you to think about online selling around that time frame, that's very innovative because I can tell you 99% the community in the nail was not thinking about online selling. It was all mom
That's
and
right.
pop selling in the store, and there's very little store of supply. So,
That's right.
what got you thinking about this online selling stuff, and how did you get the knowledge of getting an online store going for yourself?
Well, I was trying to find something to do while taking care of our family, but want to make sure that whatever I'm going to do, it's going to be related to what I will be doing when our son is older. So, of course, definitely now. So during the time, I It's scary because I have no idea how to start the online business. I didn't know if people were going to buy.
It's
But just one step at a time, I'm like, you know what? I can't be scared. We just take some pictures. We have products. We take pictures because at the time we can't download. It's not like right now where we have so much pictures that we can download and make it easy.
right.
So we basically went out and buy our cameras, all the stuff that we need, lighting to take pictures, and it takes a lot of time. But we thought, you know what? What do we have to lose?
Wow.
Nothing. So during the so that's how we start, and then as gradually, we sell one item at a time, and then we're like, oh, we sold one. It to us it was
Motivates you.
fun. It motivates us, yes, and then of course, when I have customers not text, but email me, ask me questions, and I'm like, oh, I can answer this. So then, I have more customers keep on emailing me, asking more questions, and then that's when I'm like, you know what? There's so many people don't know the answer to whatever questions they have. So I would love to be a resource for them. And so that's when we keep on doing our online, and then seeing how well we did. I knew that when we open up a nail supply store, our website is going to be big. We have to focus on the website because, yes, locally it's great, but it's a big market out there.
Absolutely.
And we feel like, you know what, why not open the door to everybody, from locals to people in New York, in Hawaii, it doesn't matter.
Wow.
And we know that there's a lot of small pockets in the country do not have supplies, nail supplies. So what's better than giving them an online store for them to shop at their own comfort zone?
Man, that is amazing.
And of course, it leads us to opening up our nail supply store. And, I told myself, because I have seen so many people, so many owners are married to their register. I don't want to do that. I feel like my time, I can do much better than standing at the register.
Correct.
I can do so much better behind the scenes. So that's why I feel like, you know what, that's why the automation is so important to us. That's why I told myself I will never let customers put me in a corner where I would take cash and I cover sales tax for them. To me, that's the biggest problem in our industry.
Yes.
It's the sales tax. And people don't get it, but if you pay sales tax, if you do the right thing, you can open up the door to many other businesses. You can do so much more if you do the right thing.
Yep.
That's when I told myself that when we get into this business, we will be different. And, just trying to be better in educating our customers about paying sales tax. Because a lot of people don't know, but if they do pay sales tax, we're saving a lot more money than paying sales tax at 8% or 6%, depends on which state you're in.
Correct.
And it helps us open up more businesses.
Yep. More leveraging power.
That's right. Because who's going to loan you money when you don't have money in the bank?
Right. And you can't prove it.
And you can't prove it. And now
that's the worst part.
That's right. I don't want to bring cash home.
Kim, we're gonna stick to that topic later because I know we can go on with this like tax and non-tax. But I know you
Yes.
mentioned about the POS system, and it brings me back to when I was at Toys R Us. And when you work at
Yes.
Toys R Us, I mean, that's a corporate, and their POS system is amazing. You know exactly what the inventory, how many inventory, on time updates.
That,
I mean, I
that's right.
bet you it's mind-boggling for you to see how unorganized some of these supply stores that you walk into. Tell me about your
Yes.
thoughts on
I've seen so many nail supply store have old products, products that I have to say,
Dusty.
it devalue, Dusty, it devalue your
Right,
brand. It
right,
devalues the name of your store.
correct.
So that's why you're absolutely right. The POS system, it helps so much because now we know which inventory moves more. I don't have to order a whole warehouse full of inventory and it can sit there for 5, 6 years because as you
Right,
know, products do go bad. And
right.
seasonal. Seasonal. Who's going to sell a lot of neon pink during the winter time? But with a POS system, you know when to order that.
Correct.
So, yeah, so I've seen, I, I have to tell you this, man. What
I tell
really
me it
makes
all.
me so happy, what makes me so happy is when my customers walk in
Uh-huh.
and they're, especially new customers, their jaw drops, they open their mouth, and they sit there with their wide eyes open. And they say, "This is the cleanest store I've ever been to."
How
It
amazing is
makes me
that?
feel good. It makes me feel good. And you know what? I don't like to keep old inventory. I don't like my inventory to be dusty. To me, it's my name's on the line.
Everything.
When yes, when you walk into my store and when you see the product, I want you to know that those products are fresh, are good, and no question about it, it's new.
No,
And the POS system helps so much. But doing a POS system, you really have to have a lot of patience
correct.
um, because it's a lot of
It's a
work.
different system.
It's
It's a different system. You kind of have to be kind of high tech to understand how it works.
That's right. And because it's not made for our industry, so you can't go in and buy a system. So
Correct.
it's not there for us. So we have to make it on our own. So
Modify.
every single yes, we have to modify. So we have to work uh I mean from one bottle of gel to up to 10,000 bottles of different gel
Wow.
colors. I mean, you really have to do everything. And
Yeah.
even manufacturers, some manufacturers, they have UPC codes, but a lot of them, it's all messed up.
Yeah, it doesn't work.
So it doesn't work, or it's they have same UPC code on gels and powder, and some of them they have same UPC code on a 2 ounce powder and a 16 ounce powder.
Wow.
I mean, if we don't put out our time and effort, then the POS system is it doesn't do us any good.
I agree with
So
you.
there's
It's such a big.
a lot of work behind the scenes. When we receive our inventory in, our team, I mean, work hours, days to check in those inventories.
And that's how
It's not
retail
like when
is.
we, yes, that's the only way.
Yeah. I
So,
remember when I
so
was at
yes,
Toys R Us, it's nonstop. It's a 24-hour process. You get the inventory, you scan it in, you get their location, you bring a certain amount out. It knows what's on the floor, it knows what's in the back. So you can
that's
quote it
right.
exactly. I love what you have, girl.
Thank you. Thank you. I think you can appreciate that more than most
I
people.
appreciate it so much. So,
Thank
now that we're
you.
talking about your POS system, how amazing your store, let's talk about your location real quick. I mean, I see this big pink building. So let's talk about the color. Let's talk about, did you just like went from online business to this amazing pink building, or was there like a slowly climb to that,
Yes.
And on top of that, if you guys do not know, there's also a Nail Plus 2.0 coming in pretty soon, right?
Yes.
Right.
Another
So
pink one.
right. So share us all of that about the color, the static, and the location, all of that. And this is great stuff.
Thank you. Um, we purchased a building here in Richardson, Texas. That's Dallas, Texas. It's you won't believe what building this is. It's a Chuck E. Cheese building. A
Oh, you're
building where I used to.
Chucky coming out randomly at your store?
Exactly. Well, we found some corn in the back.
Oh, okay. Oh, wow. Nice.
Oh, yeah, we did.
How
Well,
funny is that?
this movie was when our son was much younger. That's when we brought him here with his grandparents, playing with Chucky, eating cheese pizza, playing games. So it brought back a lot of good memories for us. So
Wow.
so believe it or not, Nail Plus #1 here in Richardson is Chuck E. Cheese original building. And when we first start out, I didn't think about anything. We just opened, right? Because during the pandemic, we just want to open. When we open, fast forward to a year later, I figure, you know what? I want something fun. I don't want to have same old building like anyone else. I want people to drive by on the street and notice us instead of trying to read our sign
Right.
or trying to find where we're at. How are we going to do this? Well, pink and blue is our logo. It's always been our logo from day one, pink and blue. So, and I love pink. um, anything pink, it's me. So I one day I was asking my husband, what does he think about having a pink building? And he goes, it's gonna be weird, but I think it's gonna be fun.
I would think the same exactly what he think too. Like, yeah, that's kind of weird, but I think it'd be interesting.
And of course, then our son goes, Mom, that's a great idea. Let's do pink. So the next thing I know, my husband called the painter. They came out and gave me some samples of the pink color, and I picked a pink color, and here we are today with our pink building.
That is so amazing. I love it. The only pink building I ever see in any business. That's what you gonna stand out.
That's right. But I want to have fun, and so to me, pink colors are fun. Just like the nail business, the nail industry, it's fun. You don't have to think. It's not a death sentence. So people can come in here, walking in here, knowing that it's going to be fun.
I
And
love
that's
it.
what I want. I want my customers who have never been to our store and see the color pink, at least it has a smile on their face.
Right.
And that's all I want from our
Or even if
customers.
they don't come by, they just know like, hey, look at the pink building. That's enough.
That's right. That's right. Because you know what? Many times when we have new customers come in, we would ask them, how did they find out about us? And they're like, what do you think? Your pink building.
Duh.
And, duh. So I'm like, oh, good. So that it
Uh,
worked. And then, of course, like you say, we're opening up our second location. It's going to be first quarter of 2026 in Fort Worth, Texas. That's Harlem, Fort Worth, Harlem. That's 1 hour away from us. So many of our customers message us, or even when they're here, they always ask us, will it be a pink building? Because that's all they know us by, is a pink building. So,
and then
of course, it's going to be a pink building. Thank you.
how
So
excited are
we're
you?
very excited.
Yeah, that's
We're so
awesome.
excited. I mean, for being in business for 5 years and able to open up a second location, that's just only a dream come true.
Absolutely. And you are setting a very nice path for the next generation. And even the generation
Thank
of
you.
now are looking up to you in how you are running your business. So do you have any advice from your experience that you can help the supplier store, the distributor store, like things that you think that they can be better at? Give us your 2 cents.
Yes, I always say, be humble, remain humble. Um, even though you're on top of your game, you know that there's always time that you're going to slip a little bit. If not much, you will slip. So always remain humble and always want to learn. Always want to be better. Always want to give back to the community. And giving back has nothing to do with just only, money wise or charity, but giving back as to let's help each other out. To me, that's very important. Too many people um, in this industry is not helping anyone out. They won't share information. I love to talk to other distributors and share information with them. I'm not a gatekeeper. So to me, it's a big, big industry. We all can help each other. And to me, never take no for an answer. I never take no for an answer. So many people think that we won't be able to do the way we want. So I never take no for an answer. Just always be, you have to have confidence in yourself too. You have to know that you're able to do it. And you don't have to copy anyone. Think on your own. Do things differently and always want to be better. To me, that's, like a lot of people when they open up businesses, they always look at their competitors. They always want to be like their competitors. Why? Why not have your own identity? Do things on your own, but always, be always listen to everyone else and take the good and the bad. I always take in the good, learn from the good and the bad. I hear it and I leave it on the side, and I make sure that I don't follow the bad. And to me, just do the honest way. Be honest and be good. Be good to everybody. To me, there's like for me, customers. Not one customer is too small for us. So everybody, all the customers who walk into our store, we treat them all the same. Whether doesn't matter color, race, doesn't matter if you buy a lot or you don't buy much. It doesn't matter if you know a lot or you don't know. They're still customers. And that one small customer one day can be one of your biggest customers. So that, to me, it's the most important thing to me in everything is treat your customer with kindness. And I hope people do that more often now, because I have seen how a lot of businesses treat customers differently. And you shouldn't, because without customers, whether small or big, without them, we won't be here.
That is so true. Wow, that is some really good advice that you just gave all of us. And I know a lot of people are still wanting to know, how can they reach you and shop at your store and buy your stuff online?
First of all, please, ma'am, put our contact on down this
The link
button
below.
here somewhere.
Got
The
it.
link below.
I will.
The name of our store is Nail Plus in Richardson, Texas. We do have Instagram. It's Nail Plus Online. Our Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, all the same, Nail Plus Online. We do have a web online store. Our website is nailsplusonline.com. And by the way, we do have live inventory on our website and our brick and mortar store. So whatever we don't have at our store, our online will not have.
Wow.
So, and that's how. And we're always gonna post on our social media platform. So definitely the second location. Once I have the date, I will post, and I'm pretty sure that with the grand opening and everything, we'll have a lot of surprises.
I hope I'm invited.
Oh, you're the top
saying.
one.
I'm just saying.
You know it. You know it. I just hope that you will make time to come.
You know, Kim, I appreciate your knowledge so much. And I hope all of us learn something from Kim today. I mean, with her entrepreneur mindset, how well she treats others, her family support. I mean, overall, this is like the dream that all of us want to walk on. And I hope I can walk close enough to your dream, Kim, because you are an amazing person. It's so great to have you as a friend. It's just great to see what you're doing for the community and how much people respect you in this industry. So I thank you for that.
Thank you. You're welcome. And thank you for having me here.
I hope you guys enjoy this podcast. And Kim, it is always a pleasure to talk to you. And I hope you guys learned something. If you guys have any questions regarding this podcast, leave it in the comment below. But make sure to like, share, to subscribe. This podcast is going to be broadcast on Spotify, YouTube Podcast, Apple Podcast. Thank you so much, Kim.
Thank you. Bye.
Tell them I say hi, and I love you guys.
I sure will. Same here. Bye.
Bye.